After feeling summer-like weather yesterday, it's definitely back to fall conditions today. We fell all the way nearly 20 degrees into the upper 60s, dropping short of 70 degrees for the first time in a couple months. Mainly cloudy conditions overhead, giving that fall-like feel to the state line, and we'll continue to have this kind of weather for several more days in a row. Middle to upper 60s across the area right now. This is a handful of degrees below average. Haven't had a ton of that lately, especially over the last couple weeks where we've been stuck in the 80s, if not the 90s. So summer-like weather definitely continuing up until this point. Down to 68 currently under a mainly cloudy sky. Our WREX camera showing very fall-like conditions. Even the scenery looks very fall-like, minus the changing leaves. We've got that cloudy sky overhead, a north breeze, so definitely feeling and looking like fall across the state line. As we go throughout the rest of this evening, we slowly cool off into the low 60s, so we don't drop too fast over the rest of the evening. We have a partly cloudy sky overhead, so eventually this cloud cover does begin to break up. And not much for daylight left. Sunset now just before 7 o'clock as that continues to trend earlier and earlier as we approach the start of the fall season tomorrow. As we look at the current windy conditions, gusts only up to about 20 miles per hour, so that breeze is dying down momentarily. We'll continue to see gusts like this throughout the rest of the night, and then it does get a little breezy again for tomorrow. So for tonight, gusts up to 20 miles per hour. That northerly breeze continuing to blow in colder air, so we're down right around the 40s, 50 degrees for Rockford, many spots falling into the upper 40s tonight under a partly cloudy sky. And then as fall officially kicks off tomorrow afternoon, we have the weather to go along with that. Upper 60s in the forecast under mostly sunny conditions. We get rid of the clouds, but conditions really don't change much. 67 in the forecast with breezy winds gusting up to 30 miles per hour. So the start of the fall season officially begins at 2:21. That's when the Earth is relatively straight up and down on its axis. Sunrise and sunset very close to each other, rising at about 6:45, setting at just before 7 o'clock. They'll be virtually equal by this weekend, and then eventually that sunset time is going to be much earlier and earlier, and the nighttime hours definitely getting longer and longer as we progress closer and closer towards winter. Don't have to worry about that anytime soon. We do have the fall-like weather for several more days in a row. Could even see the 60s again this weekend, all part of a cool end to this week. But summer-like conditions not over yet. We have the 80s possible by next week. Not the heat that we saw as of yesterday, but we do manage to get up to at least the low 80s under a somewhat quiet weather pattern. And usually we don't see those 80s disappear until early October. After that, that's when those 80s usually go away for the rest of the year. In the meantime, in our forecast, upper 60s through Thursday, 70s for Friday, and then back and forth this weekend. And then there's those 80s for Monday and Tuesday as we have a little hint of summer in the air. In your most accurate 10-day forecast, conditions will remain in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees through next week. So we definitely have a warm week ahead next week. In the meantime, though, just as fall's getting going, we've definitely got that fall weather, Brittany.
All right, we'll enjoy it for now. Alex, thanks for that.